Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to our ISKCON official YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam 11th canto, 6th chapter, text 17 onwards. Tata tat tastu sa jagata sa bhuvan adhiso janmaya yatho guna vikriya panintan अर्थान रुषन्नपि ऋषिकेपते न लिप्तो जेनी स्वतः परिहृतात् अपि बिभ्यति स्म. That means, O Lord of the senses, you are the ultimate controller of all moving and non-moving living entities. Since you are unaffected, even though you contact the sense objects through the action of the senses, which are transformations of the gunas arising from Maya. On the other hand, other living entities, even yogis, are frightened of the sense objects that they have renounced by their choice. So, Sripad Vishwanath Chakravarti in Sarartha Santika says, thus you alone are the Supreme Lord, therefore you are the controller of the non-moving and moving beings. O controller of the senses, you, the creator, control the universe, since you contract sense objects attained by actions of the senses arising from Maya by means of the jiva and are not contaminated. Others, such as yogis, however, are afraid of contacting the sense objects which they have given up by their own decision. They become bound just by desires. Shivajiva Siddhar Swami Bhagavad Gita says, Nanu evam bhotam ishwaratam mama kuto avagatam tadaha. If the Lord will say, how could you know that I am Ishvara, I am controller? So to answer this question, the demigods say this verse. Shivajiva Goswami in Kama Sundara says, his power is shown, the Purusha is your answer, because he creates, he is called Isa. As the Lord, though you act kindly to the sense objects, Jusan, you are unaffected. The result of action goes to the performer. Karma phalam prayoktari. So I will speak the next word, that is verse 18. So, smaya baloka lavadarsita bhava hari bhava hari bhrumandala prahita saurata mantra sondahi patniya susvarasa sahasram anangabani yasyendriyam vimatitum karnena vibhya. That means 16,000 wives are unable to disturb your mind and senses by their lust, which is like the arrows of Cupid, by the bold messages of love sent by their eyebrows, made attractive with their intentions, shown by their smiling glances. Vishwanath Chakravarti Sarartha Dasantika says, you are also not disturbed by spiritual objects. Your 16,000 wives could not agitate you with portions of lust similar to arrows of Cupid, bold messages of love sent by their eyebrows, attractive with their intentions shown by their smiling glances. Because they are functions of the Lord's spiritual energy, his wives are not material representative of lust, but are representatives of spiritual love. The Lord was not agitated by them, since he wanted to show that he is not under the control of his energies. However, Ujjwal Nilamani states that among the queens, some are filled with prema. This is shown when Krishna falls under the control of his queen and steals the pariyata tree from Swarga. Thus you are controlled by prema, but not by lust. Whether vulgar or extraordinary, or the verse can mean that Krishna is not disturbed by the queens of the to the extent that he is disturbed by the gopis. The meaning in any case is that Krishna is controlled by the queens to the extent that they have prema. Siddhar Swami in Bhagavad Gita says that aliptatvam aho. How is not not affected, that is being stated in this verse. Shiva Jiva Goswami in Kama Sundara says, but I appear to be a person devoted to women. That is not true. They could not disturb your senses to the extent that the women endowed with greatest prema and did by arrows of Cupid, by their gestures and emotions produced in competition with those having mere prema, more prema. They could only attract him to the extent of their portion of prema. The Lord is controlled by prema. He doesn't have material lust. Uddam bhava Vishnu Antalabharguhasa. This verse is stated in Srimad Bhagavatam, 1st canto, 11th chapter. When the Lord came from Hastinapur after the war of Mahabharata and entered the queen's palace, 16,108 wives couldn't agitate him. This is stated by Vyasadeva. Not only the Lord, even the devotees. Etad isanam isasya prakrutistovi tadgunai na jujyate sadatmastari jatha buddhis tadasra. Not only the Lord, but even the devotees who have taken shelter of that, they are also not affected by lust or material affections. So I would like to speak the last verse, that is verse 18, 19. Bibhyastava kathoda vahas trilokyaha padavaneja saridha shramalani hantum anusravam shrutivir angrijam angasange tirthadvayam suchisadas anta upasprasante. That means the nectar bearing rivers of discussions about you and also the holy rivers generated from the bathing of your lotus feet are able to destroy all contamination within the three worlds. Those who are striving for purification associate with the holy narrations of your glories by hearing them with their ears, and they associate with the holy rivers flowing from your lotus feet by physically bathing in them. So Sripad Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in Sarartha Dasantika says, since you are not contaminated, the nectar of your topics and your foot water liberate persons bound by sansara. Topics about you, which are nectar and pure rivers, arising as your foot water, such as Ganga, can destroy the contamination of ignorance. How? The here Puranas uttered by Guru, Anushravam, which contain nectar of your pastimes, by the ears and bathe in the holy waters with their limbs. Persons striving for purity and Susisadha serve these two tirthas. Siddhar Swami in Bhagavad Gita says, Tasmat tava amrutam rupa jakatha tadeva udakam bhavanti iti tatha kirti nadya. This is the river of the Lord's kirti of him. Jiva Goswami in Kama Sundara says, what more can one say about your actions? This is enough. Even topics about you destroy impurities like lust. Udvaha means river by convention, but by etymology means carrying water. This means then criticizes the sweetness of water in comparison to the sweet topics. The water generated from bathing your feet can also destroy impurities. But what can be said? Even those with pure hearts, Susada, constantly serve the two tirthas to attain special happiness. So, thank you very much for listening to these lectures. So, these are the prayers of demigods on the eve of Lord's pastimes, Lord's winding of pastimes. These 7 to 19, these 13 verses. So thank you very much for listening to this lecture, and please don't forget to subscribe, share and like our channel, and get blessings of the Lord. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.